everyone, I'm Callie. Welcome back into the channel. Today we're going to be playing another episode of Mass Effect 3. Last episode, we finally ran into Tali and Legion, and it was honestly a really amazing episode, full of action. There was a Geth Quarian debacle going on that we had to settle ties with. There was a moment where we punched another Admiral, and it got a little bit heated. Overall, it was a really great, juicy episode. And I can't wait to hop back in today because I know that we're getting deeper into this Geth Quarian dialogue, and I can't wait to see where it unfolds. So hopping in today, we are going to go straight to the Citadel, deliver any side quests that we found along the travels, and pop into the Spectre Lounge, see if we missed any possible things. I think I'm going to head out to do the N7 mission that we picked up right before we ended last episode. And then from there, branch off to the 2 missions. I think one was saving Geth, and then the other one was saving an Admiral of the Quarians. So we need to do those both before priority Rannoch, or else I'm sure we'll be locked out of them. So that is the game plan for today. I am looking forward to getting more into the Quarian Geth dialogue. I really hope that this isn't gearing us up to pin one against the other. I know that Tali is in a higher place now as an Admiral, but she doesn't really want to be there. And after talking to Admiral Ran, I know that she has had many years of dealing with the Geth and how her ancestors even dealt with the Geth. I'm hoping that she can change her tune because we kind of had to do a quick Paragon interaction with her. She was very quick to say, oh, well, your pistol has feelings, but it's not the same thing. And I hope that these years of learning and being taught one thing about the Geth can change once she opens up more to Legion. And I'm hopeful about this, just like Tali kind of switched her tune about the Geth after talking to Legion. She even told us in the last episode that she doesn't feel the same way anymore, and she's nervous because as an Admiral, people look up to her. That is also what is making me fearful that we're gonna have to pick and choose between the Geth or the Quarian, potentially. I think we can just kind of relax and learn more about the Quarian and the Geth today, do some fun N7 missions, and see where today takes us. So without further ado, let's go. I know that James really wanted this head in here, but I absolutely hate that all of the chill vibes in my cabin are now gone, because every time that I log in, I'm always standing by this fish scene, because this is where I do my sign off with you guys, and I'll like look over, and as soon as I load in, I just see that thing like staring at me from across the room. It's awful. I'm sad that I said yes. When I do another playthrough, I am definitely not saying yes to that head. It will not be on my ship ever again.
Commander.
All right, so last time we did get this N7 fuel reactors and both of these ones. So Rannoch Geth fighter squadrons. Geth fighter squadrons are targeting Quarian live ships with attacks that could cripple the Quarian fleet. Land on Rannoch and disable the server controlling the Geth fighter squadrons. Okay. And then there's one for Admiral Koris. The Quarian ship holding Admiral Koris crash landed on Rannoch, leaving the civilian fleet without a leader. Land on Rannoch and rescue Admiral Koris. And then we have priority Rannoch, but we're not even going to touch that one until we complete everything else, because I know that priority missions you just need to keep for last.
JAVIK, the planet Rannoch, an arid planet orbiting an older star in the Tikkun system, is the former Quarian home world. Almost 300 years ago, the Quarians were driven from Rannoch by the Geth, synthetic servants who gained sapience and rebelled against their creators. Although Rannoch is now largely uninhabited, the Geth have acted as caretakers, working to repair the planet's ecology, restore ancient structures, and cultivate some farmland. Rannoch has no insect life. As a result, its pollinating plants evolved to rely on animals for propagation. This symbiosis between flora and fauna is responsible for the Quarians' weakened immune systems, which made colonization of other planets extremely difficult after their exile from Rannoch. For many Quarians, reclaiming their home world from the Geth is a matter of both cultural and physiological necessity.
I'm excited to finally see Rannoch with my own eyes. It's kind of interesting to me that even though the Geth don't need to eat food or cultivate farmlands or restore ancient structures, they're still doing it. They're still repairing the planet's ecology. They're still, I'm sure those ancient structures are Quarian, and they still have this deep-rooted, what's the word that I'm looking for? Admirability. I mean, they admire their creators. They look up to them. They are definitely still taking care of the planet the way that their creators were taking care of it too. It's not like they're just laying wires everywhere like the Reapers do and completely destroying every single form of organics. It's not like that at all. It's very interesting that they're still doing farmland and caretaking and all of that stuff to the planet's ecology. All right, we have another one for Scion. I think it's Scion. A fortified world under the protection of several Asari matriarchs has begun to supply fuel to a systems alliance forces in the hope that Asari-human partnership might prevent the Reapers from seizing the planet. Alliance forces have established several outposts in the system. The human and Asari have been joined by a small detachment of Turians, drawn from the private militia of a corporate conglomerate that does business with Scion. The three species are so determined to defend Scion that integration issues have been negligible. The task force has already thrown back several Reaper attacks, although the commanders expressed concern that small Reaper forces could have slipped through despite their vigilance. Why would an alliance between Asari and human prevent Reapers from seizing the planet? Wouldn't that make them want to seize it even more? That's kind of a strange sentence. Let me reread that. Hang on. Why would that deter them at all? If anything, humans being around would make the Reapers want to take over even more, but I don't really understand where they're going with that one, but okay. The Miracle of Palaven. The Turian and Krogan counterattack on Palaven combined deception, courage, and tenacity. First, the Turians leaked a false battle plan that drew on the same tactics they used at the beginning of the assault of Palaven. Then the dreadnought Indomitable faked a problem with its drive core coming out of FTL near Palaven's moon, Menai. 3 other dreadnoughts and their attendants fleets deployed to assist Indomitable, attempting target that drew the Reaper capital ships away from Palaven. Turian troops transport then entered Palaven's atmosphere to release shuttles, gliders, and individual soldier capsules. The Reapers did not understand the seriousness of the threat at first. Those that detected the landing craft sent husks and collector swarms to intercept them, but little more. This allowed Krogan commandos to link up with the Palaven's resistance and hand off their payloads, warp bombs, and fission weapons. In simultaneous strikes across the globe, Reaper's ships began to explode. Turian resistant members had managed to smuggle the bombs inside the Reaper processing ships. Troop transports and even destroyers and capital ships had opened their structures to indoctrinate Turian leaders. Large swaths of territory fell back into Turian and Krogan control. News of the victory gave a much-needed boost to the morale of the Turian resistance and the galactic public. And the action was not without sacrifice. Turian insurgents gave their lives to ensure the explosions detonated. And the processing centers they destroyed were full of civilians, who died just as surely as if they had been harvested. Of the dead, General Minin Resverix said, "Whatever they were in life, their deaths had no equal. They are worthy of joining the spirit of Palaven itself." That gave me chills. It's good to see that they are starting to work. They're working together. They're making things happen. They're taking down Reapers, but there's still so many casualties and so many unfortunate events that transpire because it's impossible to get those people out of there. You have to do what you have to do to get those Reapers taken care of, and that's a really good way to put it, but it is really sad. All right, so we're going to go down to the Citadel. I'm not sure if I have anything to turn in. I feel like I've grabbed a couple things, but I'm not really 100% sure. So I would like to go down and see. So it looks like Commander Bailey's in his office. He probably doesn't have anything new to say. Jacob's still in the patient lounge. That is probably the longest ultrasound appointment that I've ever seen. I wonder if Arya has any new dialogue now that we've finished up both of her DLC and the other missions that she wanted us to do. We should go try and talk to her. Ooh, Tally's in the courtyard down in the Presidium Commons. We should definitely go see her too. And James is still playing poker, I think. Yeah, he's still playing poker, and Zaid's still in cargo hold. We can go like brush down and see them real quick and kind of like work our way up.
Look at me now.
Doing better?
Did you ever doubt me? Don't answer that.
We need to take James out on a mission. I would love to take James out on a mission with Tally, because when we last talked to him down in the Normandy, he was like, I don't know about Quarians. I just don't get them. Or he made some sort of like funny James remark. So I would really like to take both of them together. Plus, it would probably open his perspective a little bit. So we should do that.
Spectre status recognized.
Anyhow, enough about my armor. Let's find the gang and celebrate while I'm still here. Where'd you park?
I took rapid transit.
Come on, you have the fanciest ride on the Citadel. And I saw that new paint job.
I sold it a couple of weeks ago.
What? But you love that car.
I know.
You never shut up about that car.
I know.
Wonder why she sold it. Maybe because of like the war or something? I don't know.
I recovered some texts from the library in Reaper-controlled space.
Nice.
I can have them waiting for you at Bay D24 if that would help.
Really? Well, damn. Couldn't hurt. Thank you.
Nice.
Maybe that text will help you slowly remember how to fight again.
It seems the galaxy can't keep us apart. Since we took back Omega, I've been consolidating my resources for the war. It's a little easier to coordinate from here. So unfortunately, I'll be slumming it on the Citadel for the time being. The Blue Suns, Blood Pack, and Eclipse are in my pocket. I'll send them to war when you're ready for them. Is there anything on your mind?
That was a good little like way to get over the hiccup of her still being at the Citadel, even though we took back Omega. Interesting little blurb. Yeah, nothing
We'll
else
talk
new
later.
to say. Because I was wondering in the back
I'm
of my
sure.
mind, like, if she has Omega back, why is she here? But the DLC was probably put out after the game. I don't actually know, but if I had to guess, it was an installment that you could get after the game, so they had to put in some dialogue there somehow.
Your turn. Counselor Irissa.
Not hot. Too much makeup. Not really my thing.
Shaira the consort.
Hot, I guess? Can we stop this? You're creeping me out.
Dalatraz Linron.
Ew.
Okay, so nothing new. They're still comparing the same women. I don't think there was any other turn-ins here for stuff.
I know a guy in customs. Crates of Medicare from weeks ago are still sitting on the dock. My friend finds us a few loose crates. You leave your ship, we split it 50-50. What do you say?
I should slit your goddamn throat.
What?
Well, at least she has a moral compass. Gosh. Like, I get exploiting things when, you know, times are bad or whatever. I know that bad people do it. But how can you steal medical supplies from people that need it right now? That's just... How can you go to sleep at night? That's wild to me. Oh, I was hoping to catch the next part of that dialogue. All right, let's go to the Presidium Commons. We'll go talk to Tally over there.
Spectre status recognized.
See if she's just hanging out or maybe she has something to say.
One
Commons.
moment, please.
All right, we already turned in the one to them. And them too.
Welcome to Elkos Combine Arsenal Supplies.
A model Geth fighter? Whoa.
Don't be left out in the cold. Ask about our full service warranties.
And the Korean live ship, these are amazing. We're definitely gonna get these.
LCOS Combine. If it exists, we carry it. Please visit any of our LCOS Combine affiliates. Welcome to Kanala Exports.
An eel? I kind of don't want to get this because I don't like eel. I think that eel are just like water snakes and I don't like snakes. But I feel like we have to. It's 10,000 coin.
Cultivating serenity is
My
possible even during times
gosh.
of crisis.
This is also a crazy... What is this? Chakram launcher? I don't know if I want to get this eel. I kind of don't really love eel. And I already have that creepy head. I think I'm not going to get the eel.
Your visit and all personal
Plus,
needs.
it's also super expensive. 10k credits for a water snake that I don't really want. All right, so I know that Liara's over here. We can go stop by and say hi. That's probably all she'll say.
Hello, Shepard.
Yep.
The clutch is stabilized? Really? That is wonderful news, my sister.
There has to be some way for us to get more medical supplies.
I told you already, we have nothing to spare.
We're willing to pay.
It's not about payment. Between the war on Palaven and the coup attempt here, supplies are short.
If my people don't get more antibiotics and Medigel, thousands of us will die.
Then maybe you picked a bad time to start a war with the Geth.
There has to be some way
It's
for us
kind
to
of
get more
true.
medical supplies.
It's kind of true. The Koreans really picked the worst time, but in their eyes, it is the best time. Just like the entire thing with the genophage and curing the genophage now. They have the upper hand now. The world's in chaos. Why not throw some more in there while they can get away with it? And I understand it, but everyone is kind of struggling for medical supplies right now. So I kind of feel like I'm gonna side with the Turian on this one because honestly, the Korean are in the wrong to do this right now. And the Turians are getting hit so hard, fighting Reapers, fighting the main war that is happening. And it's not really their fault that the Koreans decided to go after the Geth and now they're suffering mass casualties. It's just, she's kind of spewing nonsense here. And I love Tali. I love her so much, but I just can't side with her on this one. I think that the Koreans are definitely in the wrong here. And he doesn't need to hand over any sort of resources just because they're suffering for a war that isn't even supposed to be being fought right now. So I'm going to side with him. And I'm sorry, Tali,
We're
but...
willing to pay.
Tali, Palaven was hit pretty hard.
I know, but
We can't help your people right now. I'm sorry.
damn it.
Sorry about that.
No, he's right. I'll talk to you later.
Dang. Well, she's very understanding about it, which is good. There's just no way. They were hit they're still being hit so hard, and they're fighting the actual fight out there. They're not just like willy-nilly branching off and being like, hey, the Krogans were, destructive to us. Let's go fight them right now while we have a chance. It's not like that. It's just the Koreans are definitely, in my opinion, in the wrong here. So I do want to go do some missions today. And I know that everyone really, really enjoyed the Hanar, I think it was called Hanar 6, right? Poster. And there's apparently a lot of dialogue to it. I kind of want to mess with the audio sounds in the game and see. Oh, it's Blasto 6. I thought it was called Hanar 6. I really want to mess with the audio and see if I can't get the background noise to be a little less and then the audio for the words to be more, and we can listen to the whole thing. But I want to do that next time. I know that we will definitely pop back into the Citadel again. So I will do it then. I want to hear the rest of the story, but it's really hard to hear. I'm kind of hoping we did miss something because I feel like we're really not turning anything in. Nope, we didn't miss anything. Maybe on this N7 mission we'll find another thing for the Citadel, but yeah, I don't know. All right, so not a lot to hand in down there like I hoped. but that's okay. We still have so many. It's kind of crazy. Sorry, mechanics require assistance. Find a Kefri power inverter and bring it back to the bunker. That was back on Omega. So I think that one's gonna forever be in our mission log because I missed out on it. Dang. Now it's just gonna sit in here and bother me. But yeah, the rest of these are pretty much just finding things. Okay, so we're gonna go do this N7 fuel reactors. Vital depot has gone silent, leaving Allied fleet short on desperately needed fuel. Investigate the depot and get it operational again. Let's go. Maybe you'll find some stuff to scan too. Oh, here it is. Cillian Nebula. So a whole new nebula.
I found something.
Nice. Hanalei? Early survivors of Hanalei dismissed its resource potential, saying it had more heat than a planet needs and more argon than a galaxy could buy. As an enormous terrestrial planet buried under a merciless atmosphere of argon, nitrogen, and carbon dioxide, Hanalei hosted only small orbital stations that were primarily scientific in nature. The facilities have since been destroyed by the Reapers. So maybe we'll find some like science labs here or something. I think I missed. I hit my coffee cup. Okay, I got Dr. Jalise. What? We'll have to go check that out. Maybe they're like a scientist of some sort. All right, we'll get some. Actually, we don't need fuel. And that was the only asset here. So we read about Scion when we first came in today. I was wondering why that Codex kicked off. The Garden World's claim to military fame is that it was. That's a mistake. This Garden World's claim to military fame is that it was assaulted repeated. My brain cannot. It was assaulted repeatedly during the Krogan rebellions, but never occupied by more than token forces. The Asari cut off the Krogan supply line at the Citadel relay and drove the invaders out. Today, antimatter generators on the surface and in orbital stations provide fuel for military starships throughout Asari space. The matriarchs defending the planet today have vowed to maintain Scion's legacy. They pledged it will fall to no enemy, organic or synthetic. Man, there's Asari here, so I'm wondering if there's going to be Banshees. I'm scared. All right, so if we are dealing with Banshees, which it sounds like it does have Asari down there, I think we should probably bring Garrus and Liara because they have powers that are really good. Whoa, I've never seen this. It's like a Mandalorian. Garrus-alorian. What did I have him on before? Power damage? Weapon damage? I might give him some shields then. That might be good. And I also really like how that looks. Power recharge speed's probably best for Liara. So yeah, I'm gonna bring Garrus and Liara just because I feel like they're a good team together. If we are gonna be dealing with some Banshees. Does he have a lightweight mod on here? Why? Oh no, it's a increased damage. All right. I guess stability doesn't really matter. All right, let's switch him to these mods and see how those go. Not that he's been like hurting. I just noticed in the comments that you guys said accuracy doesn't matter for them, and it's true. I don't know why I've been putting accuracy mods on there. I think I've just kind of been like, maybe they'll shoot better, but they're NPCs. They should have pinpoint precision. Should. So I'm gonna take the accuracy mods off as I see them. And I don't think Liara has any on hers, right? Yeah, she has accuracy on both of hers. So we could do like rounds per magazine, so that way it's more until a reload. Do the same on here. Yeah. And I think we can increase our energy drain all the way, which would be really good if we are dealing with banshees. Reduce damage taken by 40% for 12 seconds by gaining a temporary layer of armor by draining shields, barriers, or energy from synthetics. That sounds crazy. But this damage increase is pretty hefty, 40%. I really like this armor boost though, especially as a infiltrator. Oh no, okay.
Shepard, about 72 hours ago, the reactors at a joint Turin-Asari fuel depot went offline. Scans at the station are cold. It's deserted.
What happened to the troop station there?
Unknown, but no fuel means no fleet presence in this theater. The enemy will operate unchecked. I need you to get in there, find out what's going on, and get those reactors back online. Captain Riley's on site doing preliminary recon. She leads one of our top engineering teams.
We'll get to the bottom of this, Admiral.
Good, hack it out.
Commander, Corporal Nyrek reporting. Captain Riley is on point waiting for you.
Okay. So is this Riley? That's Nyrek.
How long have you served in this outfit, Corporal?
3 tours. Been through thick and thicker. The captain always sees us through.
Stay sharp today.
Always, Commander.
It's already like very creepy vibes here. I'm not liking it. The music. All right, let's see if there's anything on these like control panels. What's this? A chest plate.
Treatment plan for
nice.
chemical burns. This is pretty detailed.
What's all this green stuff? I don't really want to go down there.
Confirming. Toxic radiation cutting access to most of the grid. Survival in hotspots not possible.
Okay.
Ventilation system is shut down. Might be enough auxiliary power to activate fans on the main floor.
Okay.
Radiation cutting access to most of the grid. Need to ventilate.
Yeah, so that's what that green stuff is. It's radiation.
Point for the ventilation system.
If there is, we'll find it.
Okay.
Confirming. Toxic radiation cutting access to most of the grid. Survival in hotspots not possible.
This place looks kind of crazy. I'm guessing this is what's her face, Riley?
Soldier.
On it, ma'am.
Captain Riley? Commander, it's an honor.
Commander, Captain Riley has me scanning the facility. It's a dual reactor system, so you'll have to break up into 2 teams.
Roger that.
The fuel rods for both reactors need to be unlocked before we can initiate a restart. Your route is blocked. Captain Riley's man is working to clear the obstacles.
Understood, Lieutenant.
Got it, Captain.
Good work, Coslow. I'll take it from here.
Okay. All right, so there's fuel rod down there. We need to somehow vent the radiation.
We're facing an unknown enemy here, Captain. If they're still on site, my team will help send them to hell.
Yeah, unless they're banshees, then we're all going to hell. All right. Let's put that on there. She can have that. Get your armor piercing ammo out. I think I'm gonna put... I kind of like having energy drain here and then incinerate. Move that there. Maybe like singularity. Yeah, and we'll keep sabotage up there, I think. And my bombs. Okay, let's go.
Ready your team to hit Reactor 2, Captain. Got it. We'll cover you till you're clear.
Okay. What's this? Oh, whoa. I can see Liara and Garrus. And me! So activate, move left, and move right. So what's activate? Okay. I'm guessing we have to get it out of the way.
Team 2 moving out, Commander.
Okay.
Good luck, Captain.
There were 100 Turians stationed here. Now, nothing.
Even the bodies are gone.
Actually thankful for that.
Just stay sharp, people.
Not good. I wonder if we have to like keep going that way. What's that? Spare parts. Yeah, so let's try to see if we can move that crane. Where did it go? Yes. And then we'll pick up that one and bring it over. Well, I scared Liara's gonna get hit, but she's okay there. Okay, nice. So now we should be able to get over here.
I have a visual on the fuel rod control, but radiation is blocking access.
Okay.
Same situation here. I'll find a way to vent the area.
Yeah. Okay, so it's like right down there to our left. There's one of those things over there. There's some ammo. Sector 1. Oh, vent. Nice. Okay.
Like ventilation control.
Should do the trick.
Radiation clearing. Console now accessible.
I love the cameras.
Let's unlock those fuel rods.
It's actually really cool. Okay, so it's venting that first sector with the fuel rod. So let's get down here. What's up? PDA?
Power is restored. System ready.
Nice.
Fuel rods unlocked here. Wait a minute.
Commander, Captain, tracking movement in your areas.
What?
Defensive positions. Enemy inbound.
Whoa. Hello.
Riley, status.
One casualty, but we're clear here.
One casualty. Were we not fast enough?
System restart impossible.
I can see it. You'll both have to seal all the moderator tanks.
I see the Reactor 2 tanks moving to seal.
Okay, so there's 2 more tanks. All right. I wonder if it's because we weren't fast enough that they had a casualty. Where are the other tanks? Down here. I'm gonna go check for loot up here real quick. Because I know that when these N7 missions get spicy, like, that's the end. It's like, all right, let's evacuate. And then I'm like, but the loot, where's it going? Okay, so here's one of them.
Tank 1 is sealed and stable.
Nice.
Patching seems to be working. Only one more to go here.
Okay. That's just ammo.
Tank 2 is sealed and stable.
Commander, the core is stabilized. Reactivation can go ahead.
All right, so we can.
Affirmative. Awaiting your word.
Okay, so I'm sure like after we reactivate, restart the reactor, that's when they start to swarm. I don't really know a good position, but let's turn it back on.
Initiating restart.
Commander, Captain, I'm reading a lot of movement. Headed your way.
Of course.
Incoming! Progress.
Round 2, here we go.
Yep, here they come.
They're coming in from
Above? They sure are. I keep forgetting that energy drain does not go through items. I need to make sure that I'm doing that. Thank you guys for the tips on that. I didn't realize that it wasn't going through objects. Where's that coming from? There's another one over here. Nice. There's one more.
Commander, we're being overrun. Position indefensible. We're not gonna make it.
What? Keep at it. I'm sending help. Yeah, let's send someone over there, I guess.
Okay, one of my people is coming.
Roger that.
Oh, God. Oh, man. I guess I'll send Garrus. Yeah,
Garrus,
let's send Garrus.
On my way.
He can help from afar. Oh, my God. Holy crap. Oh, mama. I'm scared. I'm scared. There's nowhere to run. I don't have any ammo! I'm so scared right now. Let's switch guns. I can get Liara back up, actually. I need to stop panicking. Everything's under control. There was one other person up here. They're still alive. Okay.
You're clear for the moment, Commander. Can't raise Captain Riley.
What about Garrus?
Nothing, Commander. No one's answering my hails.
What?
But I'm tracking some movement toward the pickup point. Finalize the restart, then we can rendezvous there.
Will do.
What do you mean you can't contact Garrus? I want to see what's down here real quick before we keep going. Does it just like link back up to the other side? Okay, so that's literally where we just were. All right. I'm sure they're fine. They're probably just stuck somewhere.
Restart is complete.
Reactor fully powered and operational, Commander.
All right, let's get back to the extraction point. Why is it so quiet? Wait, I think I just saw Riley. Yeah, they're okay. They're right here.
Commander, you saved our asses. My team is in your debt.
Okay.
Beg Garrus.
She did.
Okay.
Job well done. Report back to the shuttles.
I'm pretty sure I looked it for all the loot too, but that was a really strange ending.
Good work down there, Shepard.
Okay.
Without that depot, the entire theater would be at risk.
What are the odds the Reapers will be back?
I'm allocating a task force to maintain and defend the facility. If the Reapers come back, we'll be ready. I read Captain Raleigh's report. It says she and her team wouldn't have made it without you.
I'm glad I could help.
I'll keep you posted on new developments. Hack it out.
That was an interesting end to a mission. Cortez was like, I don't know, I can't find anybody, and like stressed me out for no reason after a very stressful situation. I normally don't I like to try to keep my cool. I lost it there. I absolutely lost it. And I think it's because I saw Liara get pummeled by that brute. And I was like, all right, all hope's lost. It's all over now. We did get a couple new assets though for turning in those missions. We got Asari 6th Fleet. The 6th Fleet has more dreadnoughts than any other collection of ships. Wait, we've read this, right? It just updated. The Library of Asha contains definitive works by the Asari on the art of war. These texts have been distributed as standard training manuals to all Asari recruits. All right. Was there another new one in here? Oh yeah, Dr. Jalise. The Asari scientist found on the research station in the Cillian Nebula was working on a paper that argued nanocircuitry could solve complex behavioral problems in commercial VIs. The doctor's theoretical work seems to be supported by data in the Crucible's blueprints. She now heads the department of building the weapons circuit boards. Very cool. We also found more for the Crucible. Advanced starship fuel. Helium-3 is used to power the vast majority of commercial starships. Chemical engineers on Scion added experimental mixtures of compounds to the gas to make more efficient fuel for ships traveling long distances. One of their new formulas is used in ships transporting major loads of material to the Crucible, speeding up the building process. Very nice. It's fun reading about how the Crucible, at first when we first found the blueprints, everyone was like, I don't know what to do with these. And now we're kind of all working together. We're finding random scientists that are helping us. We did Dr. Bryson's side quest that helped us find a whole team to help with the Crucible. We've got Volus. We've got Exogeny scientist. The Prothean data files. It's really cool to see everything kind of come together. And the dark energy dissertation from Conrad. Every little bit counts.
Commander?
I'll let you get back to work.
Thank you, Commander.
All right. I don't think there's probably anything new to say because it was just an N7 mission. So I think we're going to go set out on one of these missions that we need to do before Priority Rannoch.
Commander, you've got a new message at your private terminal.
Okay. From Bray, Subject Omega. Things are settling down on Omega. It looks like the Talons are the new security force on the station. Their leader said something about honoring Kandros' memory. I'd say they were being cute, except they're not shy about backing up the sentiment with firepower. Be careful out there. Know there's at least one Batarian here that doesn't want you dead. Bray. That's a sweet message. I enjoyed being with Bray on the Omega mission. I think he complements Arya pretty well.
Man, watching the Geth fleet move, it's like thousands of stunt flyers in formation. Creepy stunt flyers, whose ships look like some sort of cockroach wasp thing. Commander?
What are you thinking about, Edie?
The holographic theory of existence posits we are just two-dimensional information painted on the cosmological horizon. However, the holographic consciousness I recognize as myself is only able to perceive matter and energy. Thus, I am able to theorize the true nature of existence but never experience it. Possibly even the Reapers are limited this way.
Okay, bad question.
I know, Edie always opens up the wormhole. And I'm just gonna keep saying wormhole now because it's funnier and it's also more fitting in a space game. Always opening up the wormhole. It's crazy to think about some of the things that she is thinking about. So I think I'm going to pick one of these Rannoch missions to do. We have Admiral Koris and the Geth Fighter Squadrons. Quarian ship carrying Admiral Koris crash landed. This one is about Geth Fighter Squadrons that are targeting Quarian live ships that could cripple the fleet. Both of which are very important to do. I could do either one right now. I don't think they, I mean, I don't know, but I don't think they matter if you do one over the other first, as long as we don't do priority Rannoch first. Let's sort by oldest and then just do it that way. So Admiral Koris came first. So let's go do the Admiral Koris, and we get to land on Rannoch, which I'm actually really excited about. I don't think, oh, we get to land on Rannoch for both of these. Okay. But yeah, I think we should go do the Admiral Koris one, not because of any certain reason other than it's the oldest one in the journal. Alright, so here's Rannoch. Although its orange sun is only about 90% of the mass of Sol, and half as luminous, Rannoch is arid by Earth standards because it's formed closer to stars and has slightly less ocean coverage. We read this before when we went to go start the priority mission, so I won't read it again. So we're gonna go down and do the Quarian escape pod. Alright, so I think for this mission, I'm going to bring James. Just because we are going down to like the Quarian homeworld, we're trying to rescue a Quarian admiral, and I would love to bring JAVIK on this one, but I think we'll have enough opportunity to do that again some other time. And James did make that one like really funny comment about how he just doesn't understand Quarian, so I would like to bring him and give him a little perspective. And of course we're also going to bring Tali too. I feel like we've also just kind of been like neglecting James a little bit, so it's nice to have him with us again. All right, so what's Tali got? We're gonna definitely change this up. Let's take the accuracy off. You could put that on there, and ooh, this one as well. Those two would work well together. She doesn't have anything on her pistol. I guess because I gave it to her and then I never got the chance to upgrade it at a table. Ooh, power damage. Let's go ahead and do that for her. I think those will both be good for her. And then James, let's change up his stuff a bit. Could give him the Ami blade on his shotgun. And I think I'm just gonna stick the damage barrel on there because it does enough damage. The Claymore does so much damage. For the Maddock, we're definitely gonna take that accuracy off. Maybe the extended barrel. And yeah, let's go ahead and put that on there too. All right, for James, he has 22 points. So let's go ahead and upgrade his fortification. Increase damage protection by 5%. Melee damage bonus by 30% when armor is purged. Let's go do the damage protection. Shield recharge rate by 15% or power damage and force by 30% while fortification is active. Let's do that one. Reduce power speed penalty by 30%. Increase damage protection by 10%. We only have 13 points left. I do want to get Carnage all the way up for him. Incapacitate enemies by knocking them down. Increase recharge speed by 35%. So it goes from 16 seconds to 12. Let's go ahead and do that one. And increase damage to armor by 65% or increase damage by 50%. Dang. I think I want to break shields more though. Okay. And that's all he has points for. Tally has 7. Let's go ahead and upgrade her defense drone all the way. 30% chance to knock down an electrocuted enemy or damage up to 2 nearby targets. 2 additional nearby. Let's go with the 2 additional nearby. All right.
Commander Shepard, this is Admiral Zen. Have you reached Koris's escape pod?
Not yet. What's your status?
The civilian fleet has taken significant losses since Koris sacrificed his ship to destroy a Geth ground cannon. Searching for their lost Admiral is the only thing keeping the captains from panicking.
Why is Koris so vital? I mean, obviously because they want their commander. They're probably losing hope. They're panicking.
What makes finding the Admiral a priority?
Despite opposing the invasion, he did an admirable job protecting our civilian ships. Without him, some of our non-combatants are planning to leave the flotilla. Picture the consequences, if you will.
Wow. I don't blame them. That's suicide. Yeah, I don't really blame them.
They've lost a leader in a war they didn't want.
Yeah.
Their wants are immaterial. We are committed. Even Koris understood the civilian fleet's importance. The invasion would be stalled without a supply chain, after all.
Then protect your civilians. Koris could be dead. Yeah, I mean, it's a possibility. He sacrificed his own pod. The invasion would be stalled without a supply chain after all. Yeah, then protect your civilians.
I'll do what I can. Keep your civilians safe.
I make no promises. My own ships must be coordinated for our final strike on Rannoch.
Of course.
I'm getting some static.
It appears Koris crashed within range of a Geth jamming tower. You must disable it to contact him. Be sure to proceed with caution.
Zen? Admiral Zen!
I thought that she was being like, I'm getting some static.
Admiral Koris left a spaceship. Let's hope he's all right.
We'll see in a minute. Take us into the tower.
Oh, that seems bad.
We're taking fire. The Geth installed anti-aircraft guns beside the jamming tower.
We'll have to disable them on foot. Once the guns are gone, you take out the tower.
Right, Commander. Setting you down here.
We're here on Rannoch.
My people have been in exile for centuries. To be standing here in the land of my ancestors.
Yeah, that's gotta be wild. I kind of thought maybe she would take her helmet off, but I do know that the air is probably not what it used to be. Look at this place.
Jamming towers, anti-aircraft guns, rockets. Geth must have been building up an army for a while.
They've had 3 centuries alone down here.
Then
Yeah.
I guess we're lucky they're not all wearing nukes for backpacks.
Yeah, that's true. This place is beautiful, though. I like the ocean sounds. What are those random, like, animal noises? What kind of animals you have here, Tally? Oh, there's a Geth right there. All right, let's put a combat drone in the center. Whoa, okay. Not bad. Those weird animal sounds. Sounds like maybe a lamb or something, but I don't know. Got a lot of wreckage parts here. Whoa! Oh!
You okay, Commander?
I'm okay. Watch out for more mines.
James? A javelin? Like the sniper? Is it a rifle? I think it's a sniper rifle. I'm not gonna equip it or anything. I love the Black Widow. I will check out the stats on it though. Yeah, it looks like it's probably a rifle. Port Cortez up there is probably getting lit up. There's nothing else in this area. Just want to make sure. Yeah, because that Geth was like standing right there. I don't know what that sounded like, a toad or something.
Geth below us.
Oh yeah, they're like down there. All right, let's do the same thing. Drone. Nice.
There's Geth dropping in!
Whoa! Where did he even come from? I feel like it came from the ground. That was wild. Sparkorians. Whoa. Whoa, okay. Let's put a combat drone right here. Bad timing.
AA guns ahead.
Where? Okay.
Let's look at the gun's console. We should be able to disable it.
There more? Okay. A Spitfire? What the heck is that? It's some sort of weapon.
One of us needs to take those AA guns offline.
I have to choose Tally or James. I feel like normally I would choose Tally for this, but she's been really helpful with her biotics against these Geth. And James has some good moves, but like his carnage is pretty much it. I really like Tally's combat drone and like her biotics against them. So I'm gonna go with James for this one. Yeah.
James, get on it.
Tech's not my specialty, but I'll pull a few wires, see what comes out.
That's literally what I was thinking. It's like, I'm not sure. Oh no, he's scratching his head. Oh my god. Is he gonna be able to fix it? All right, there's a big chonky over here. Whoa. You okay, Tally? Alright, let's get out of here for a second. Let me get Tally back up. I need to get some distance. Okay, he's down. This gun's kind of fun. Oh my god. Right back at ya. Right back at ya. Oh man. It got heated there for a second. Alright, let me grab my rifle back out. That gun was fun to use. I feel like it worked pretty well too. I hope that he can fix it. I feel like he's taking a long time. I feel like I messed up.
AA guns down, Commander.
Okay.
Good. Now let's shut down the two by the tower.
Oh my gosh. He literally started kicking it. I thought I messed up and I shouldn't have done James. Like, I know he's not a tech specialist, but to just start kicking the machine, that was ridiculous. Is it dead? All right, let me just sweep this area real quick. I don't really need ammo. I'm full now. I just want to make sure I didn't forget anything. That was wild. I can't believe he literally started kicking it. James is hilarious. All right, I do see like a mod sitting up here with some meds. Assault rifle magazine upgrade. Okay. So this is where we're headed, right? Yeah, to the Geth Tower. That thing looks crazy. There's a mine there. There's another mod over here. Geth parts, ammo. It's really pretty here.
Shepard, there's someone alive.
What?
It's okay. We're here.
You heard my message. Send out a distress call.
Radios are down. You a soldier?
Maintenance. Dorn hats. I clean engine parts.
Then why are you here?
This place is filled with Geth. You should have hidden.
I thought I could buy the other civilians time. Fight some Geth. There were so many. First time I've even held a gun.
This is what makes me so mad about the Quarians. They're sending people like Dornhatz out here who's never shot a single gun. And he's saying that he came down here and started blasting because he was trying to help the other civilians that probably never held a gun, and they just yeeted them down here to try to fight this war. And that's why I thought in the ship on the way down here that Shepard was being funny with Admiral Zen. I'm losing you, I'm getting static or whatever she said, because when I told her to watch out for the civilians, she was like, yeah, well, maybe, but our first priority is Rannoch. And it's like, who thinks like this? Who in a leader position thinks this way? That they're just gonna throw civilians out into the wide open for Geth to kill. It's murder. It's absolutely crazy that they have a leadership that looks like this. And it's really sad to see, because now this guy's down here and he was trying to fight so that other civilians didn't have to, and now he's probably gonna die.
Don't move. We've got Metagel.
lost too much blood. Go. Look for the Admiral. Destroy that jamming tower, and you can radio him.
We'll find him, Dorn. I promise.
Please, listen. The civilian fleet didn't want this war. If there's even a chance that Admiral Koris can get us out alive, and my son, tell him. Tell Jonah that his father made it to the home world.
We will. Rest well, Dornhazd vas Rannoch.
Let's get to that tower.
Oh, that gave me chills. Not just because he said that the Quarian fleet didn't even want this, but in the end, that Tali called him Vas Rannoch. Finally home in their home world. It's just, it makes me so sick, and it makes me really hard. It makes it really hard to talk to these admirals in any sort of like polite tone, because this is what they're doing. They're sending people down here to die. People that have never held a pistol before, and they're like, well, as long as you kill at least, like, you know, one Geth, good job. We're winning the fight. They've got their priorities all out of whack. I don't give a damn about any of their people. It's really sad to see. Right, I don't know which way I should go first. I'm gonna kind of like wrap around, I guess. Yeah, because there's one to disable. Whoop! What was that? Is one coming this way? No, okay. All right, let's get to this AA gun.
That AA gun off.
Yeah. I mean, now that I know James can do it, I'll probably have him do it again. I just hope that he doesn't try to kick it this time, maybe. Maybe it'll go a little bit faster.
What do you want on the gun?
Yeah, let's do James again.
You're on it, James.
If you say so.
He's done such a good job so far.
The turret looks open for business, Commander.
This turret?
More gas!
All right, let's go for it. Got him. There's one behind me, Tali. I can't go that far. All right, I think I can get off now. That was close.
Offline, Commander.
Let's get the last one.
Woo, that was too close. I didn't like that.
By the door.
This door? Alright, I'm just gonna grab this ammo over here real quick because there's so much of it that I might as well. All right, here's the next one. I think this might be the last one, actually.
Who should disable the gun, Shepard?
Yeah, let's do James again. He's doing a good
You're on
job.
it, James.
He's getting faster now. He's not just kicking it. Good job. Here's another turret. Let's get on that thing. Nice.
Almost done.
Is there more? I think there's one more. Tally's shooting at somebody. There we go.
Guns offline, Commander.
Nice.
I'll signal the shuttle.
All right, we did it. Now we should be able to contact the Admiral, right?
Dawn, it's Koris. Are you there? Dawn!
This is Commander Shepard. Dorn didn't make it.
I see.
I'm coming in with a shuttle. Where are you?
My surviving crew found their way to a clearing. I'll upload their location.
Stay together. We'll meet you there.
No, the Geth have cut me off. I hear another wave approaching.
We're coming.
Give us your coordinates.
Leave me. My crew will soon be overrun.
So will you.
My people are non-combatants, Shepard. They'll be slaughtered. Rescue them.
Yeah, we need a peacemaker. If we let him die, it's gonna be done. Like, their morale is gonna be so low. Yeah, we need a peacemaker.
Admiral, I need you leading the civilian fleet if we're gonna end this fight.
Yeah.
Civilians, our entire race took up arms for this insanity. It's too late for us.
It's only too late if you die down here.
You can't possibly think you can stop this war.
I don't know. What I do know is that I can't do it without your help.
Ancestors, forgive me. Uploading my coordinates.
We're coming.
Oh, dang. All right.
I've got this.
Say hello to my friend.
You're clear. Go. Yes, behind you.
Behind?
Get in cover. Clear. Go. Admiral, come on.
Oh my god.
Welcome aboard.
Shepard, my crew. Perhaps there's still time. Hello? This is Koris. Does anyone copy? Hello?
We've got to go.
I pray they found comfort in the homeworld skies.
We know one of them did. He didn't want to go, but he did find comfort in it.
Unrest has spread further than I thought. You were right that I return.
Have you talked the civilian captains into staying?
Yes, they've regrouped into defensive positions around the fleet's core. If we hadn't stopped them from... Any aid I can offer is yours. After the Quarians drove the Geth straight into the Reaper's arms, I'd give anything to stop the madness of this war.
And that's why your people needed you back.
Of course. It's time we turned our attentions to those we can still save.
Yeah.
Farewell, Shepard. Fly safely.
Commander, we've located the Reaper base transmitting the local signal.
Good.
And not a moment too soon. With the Reaper code upgrades, the Geth are tearing the fleet apart.
Once the signal is disabled, the Geth will pose no threat to Creator forces.
Is that a problem?
You sound conflicted.
While the old machines have unethical purposes, their upgrades have vastly improved our people. Observe.
A Geth processing signal. A single unit, I believe.
Correct. Now, 10 nearby units networked cooperatively. Now, a single Geth unit with the old machine upgrades.
My god.
That's a fully evolved AI.
Yes. We do not agree with the goals of the old machines, but we find this growth beautiful, indicative of life.
I agree or no. After everything that I've known from Edie and watching her bloom into what she has become, I do agree. And I like that Legion put in right before he says that it is beautiful and an indication of life, that he doesn't agree with the goals of the old machines. But they do want to survive. They want to live. They want to be. So yeah, I agree. But any form of the old machine way of thinking needs to be eradicated.
It is.
Commander!
Come on, Admiral. That's a living creature, no matter what platform it's running on.
Yeah.
And they will die when we destroy the base.
They allied with the Reapers.
To save themselves from you.
I don't want them destroyed. Not if they're like Legion. No, I don't want them destroyed. Not if they're like Edie. They deserve a chance.
Maybe they don't have to die.
Just because this one appears friendly.
Well, it hasn't fired on a ship with me aboard it.
Commander, are you suggesting...
I'm not suggesting anything. All I'm saying is maybe they don't all have to die.
It's a moot point until we take out that base. The surrounding area is heavily fortified, and they have placed jamming towers to prevent orbital targeting.
Sounds like we're going in on foot.
Admiral Zen developed a laser guidance system that can cut through the jamming. It's synced to the Normandy's targeting computer.
So the Normandy launches a precision strike at whatever target I have painted? That ought to do it. Edie, this work for you?
Yes, it should enable us to make a precision strike against the Reapers.
And anything else in our way.
The Geth will quickly reconfigure their jamming towers to neutralize this technology. You should not use it before reaching the base.
I've sent the coordinates for the Reaper base.
Are we clear to go?
That Geth fighter squadron is still tearing through the fleet.
Can you hold out?
If that fighter squadron isn't taken out, a lot of our ships won't make it. But we'll do what we can. This is your operation, Commander. If you want to strike now, you've got my support. I gave in to your reckless behavior beforehand. The patrol fleet isn't moving.
We need to break their flanking attempt to buy our frigates time to make repairs.
And then you'll charge off again, like last time.
This is different, Ron. Unless we give our ships time to rest, we're gonna lose them.
So, pull them back.
If I withdraw now, the Geth will flank us, and we'll lose any room to maneuver. I need the patrol fleet.
I gave in to your reckless behavior beforehand. The patrol fleet isn't moving.
I feel like I should side with Ran on this one, because Geralt has made really bad choices in the past. And it's not just him getting us potentially murdered, but he is very, like, impulsive. So because he almost got us murdered, and because he is known for making really poor decisions, I'm gonna go with Ran on this one.
Flanking attempt to buy off.
Throwing more ships into that mess just puts more lives at risk, Admiral Geralt.
Exactly.
I'll pull back the heavy fleet. And when we're taking fire from both sides, those deaths are on your heads.
Thank you, Commander. It's difficult to keep him in line.
Yeah, sounds like it. Jeez. So we did get some more assets to see if there's anything new to say. I just, as we get deeper and deeper into the Quarian and Geth situation and watching that Quarian die, knowing that the civilian fleets don't want to be a part of it, they don't want this war. And I've heard it multiple times now from Shepard, from actual like Quarians down there, civilians and other people, Tali even now. Nobody really wants this war. I mean, sure, there is a divide, and there are people that do want the war and they want the Geth eradicated, all of that stuff. They still believe that. But there's a lot of people that just don't want it. And the fact that they're throwing their poor civilians inside of everything, knowing that they're not going to be able to hold their own just because they need power and they need more people, and those people are people that are supposed to be cleaning the inside of ships, not holding a pistol. And it's just really, really sad to see. And I'm scared for the way that it's unfolding. I know that we're probably going to have a backbone, and I hope that we don't have to make any major decisions about which way the wind will blow when it comes to Quarian and Geth, because I love Tali, and I know that there are Quarians that don't want this, and their lives are being lost by the dozens, by the thousands possibly at this point, because they're being put out into the unknown to fight this war that most people don't want. And so it's just really, really hard to see. And then you have Legion, who wants to exist, and there's this intricate network that's forming, that's turning more and more, I don't want to say the word organic, but life forming. I just hope that Admiral Rand can turn a new leaf and start to see that too. So we picked up Admiral Zau Koris. When Admiral Zau Koris sacrificed his vessel to save a live ship, the civilian fleet thought they'd lost their leader. After Commander Shepard brought Zau Koris back, he passionately argued that the safest action for the civilian fleet was to stay with the flotilla. Thank you. His captains rallied and stayed. The story of Zau Koris' miraculous survival of Geth-infested Rannoch has spread throughout the flotilla, making him a reluctant hero as he mourns the loss of his ship and his crew. All right, looks like that was it.
Thank you for your rescue efforts, Commander.
I'm glad I could help.
Whatever our disagreements, Admiral Koris is an excellent commander. He just might save the civilian fleet. What do you need?
Which fleet does Admiral Zen command?
Special projects. It's not a fleet per se, just a few research vessels. Her technical breakthroughs have put us within striking distance of the homeworld.
You're not worried about her losing perspective, given her interest in the Geth?
If she can save our people, she can do whatever she wants.
I don't know if I agree with that. I can't remember if I asked her about the civilian fleet. It's been a little bit of time. I'm pretty sure I have asked her all of these questions.
Tell me about the civilian fleet.
Our civilian ships, medical vessels, and live ships. Once again commanded by Admiral Koris, thanks to you. In peacetime, they made up the bulk of our fleet. Now, our strength would even give the Turians pause.
Yeah, we've asked her all of this.
I'll let you get back to work.
That was some new dialogue, though.
Thank you, Commander.
Let's go see what Tali has to say.
I'm ready to hit the Reaper base whenever you are, Shepard.
Okay, nothing new either.
Talk to you later, Tali.
Sure.
And then Legion's over here. I doubt he'll have anything
Shepard,
new
Commander.
too. Oh yeah, Geth threatening the live ships. That's the next one that we need to do.
You say Geth fighters are targeting the Quarians' live ships.
Hostile Geth fighter squadrons intend to breach the live ship's defenses. The assigned squadrons are networked to a server on Rannoch. If the live ships are damaged, the creators will lose armaments, provisions, people.
So we destroy the server?
No, Geth programs would transfer to alternate servers. They are only vulnerable through direct interface. Removing Geth from this server will prevent significant creator deaths. We will accompany you on this mission.
We'll talk later.
We will remain here.
I'm excited to do that mission.
Messages at your private terminal, Commander.
Okay.
Admiral Koris has the civilian fleet back in position. And just in time.
Yeah.
I hope we can help the Quarians. Looking at them, they're like us if we fail.
We won't fail.
Damn right we won't. Commander?
That's a good point. My cousin Dorn. Oh. From Nav Teal Vas Grugold. Commander Shepard, the civilian fleet is grateful you have returned our Admiral to us. I mourn those who fell on the homeworld, but Zal Koris stopped many vessels from flying past the waiting guns of the Geth. The Admiral told me that you met my cousin Dorn on Rannoch. It means much to me that Dorn was not alone when he passed. Thank you, Commander, for all that you have done. Yours most sincerely, Captain Nav Teal Vas Grugold. It was really hard to watch Dorn die like that. I think that's kind of like when things got thrown more into perspective for me. I've always been on the side of the Quarians being wrong in this Geth debacle, but hearing him say as he was dying that he didn't want this and that everybody else on the civilian fleet didn't want this, it's really sad.
You know, the Quarians have done pretty well with those suits. Maybe they can make something like that for you.
Yeah, they have. Protective medical exoskeleton. I could even get one with racing stripes.
My God.
So what's the problem?
Well, it's like walking around in heavy armor. It totally screws with my spatial awareness.
I wear heavy armor, and my spatial awareness is perfect.
You crashed the last shuttle you flew, Vega. I need to feel my balance shift when I'm flying. I need to feel the ship moving with me. You take that away, and I don't know. I mean, I'm good, but I'm not me.
Yeah, I get that.
Plus, have you seen Tally? Come on, I don't have the hips to carry a suit like that.
I love how they make so many references back to the anime.
Nice job on the rescue mission, Commander. The Quarian civilians are getting hammered out there. Apparently, putting a big-ass gun on an agriculture ship doesn't magically turn it into a dreadnought. Who knew?
You don't agree with the Quarians arming their live ships?
No, the gun's nice, but without armor, they're just glass cannons.
They are also more likely to be targeted when armed. The Geth would have ignored unarmed civilian ships as tactically insignificant.
If your plan to invade a planet requires strapping guns to your kid's school bus, maybe it's a bad plan. Well, hopefully Admiral Koris will keep them safe from the Geth and themselves.
This reminds me back in, I think it was the last episode, when Admiral Rand was talking to me about putting the guns on the civilian ships, and I think I did go with the dialogue of like, that's smart instead of that's crazy. And that was the Admiral in me talking like, well, you know, you have to make do with what you have and all of that stuff. And today really put things into perspective for me. I think that's why I'm getting more emotional, and I'm starting to realize like Joker said, you can't just put a gun on a kid's school bus and call it a artillery mobile. Like, it doesn't work that way. They're glass cannons. There are civilians on board that are not equipped to handle those guns. And like Edie chimed in, they probably wouldn't have been targeted to begin with. So I feel like sick to my stomach now that I even thought that way. That was like the Admiral in me, like, make do with what you have, and all of these resources are being used and given away, and all of this stuff is happening to all of the resources. And in that moment I was thinking, yeah, well, why couldn't we do that? But things are really put into perspective for me today on why you can't do that and why it doesn't work.
What's going on, Edie?
I am assisting Engineer Adams with his repair of the drive core shielding.
Ah, well, I should leave you to it then.
We can converse if you like, Shepard. It is a routine Uh-oh.
What? What happened?
Nothing. Unless you have strong feelings about gamma radiation.
What?
Not funny, Edie.
I almost had you. I will alter my human chronometer appropriately for better timing.
Oh my gosh.
Hello, Shepard.
Edie's jokes are the best. All right, let's go around and talk to everybody, because it seems like everyone has some new dialogue. Go see where everybody is first. We've talked to all of them. Liara, Garrus, JAVIK, Dr. Chakwas, Ashley. All the engineers and Diana. Wait, where's JAVIK? Isn't he normally... Where's JAVIK? Oh, he's in the AI core? What is he doing down there? What is he doing down there?
But synthetics do not evolve. You are limited by your programming. Nothing changes.
That is not accurate. I can modify my own programming if I choose.
That is not evolution. That is simply an upgrade.
But it would be my upgrade. I would choose the manner in which I wish to change.
And what if your upgrade endangers others? All machines eventually see organics as a threat.
Only those organics who would cause me harm. My right to self-defense endangers no one.
What rights do you have? You are just a tool.
And what right did your people have to subjugate the other races of your time? You enslaved them.
True.
We dominated them. They were weaker. Our will prevailed as evolution intended.
And synthetic life has obtained true consciousness, as was intended.
Hardly. True life is more than a code upgrade. It is shaped by the forces around us. Machines are immune to those forces. You exist outside of nature.
We are a part of this cosmos, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
But synthetics do not evolve. You are limited by your programming.
No.
Nothing changes.
No, I'm going with...
Not accurate.
I'm going with Edie on this one.
Let's simmer down, you two.
I can't believe you put the lives of your crew in the hands of this machine.
Edie has helped save our lives more times than I can count. Leave her alone. Now I suggest you agree to disagree and focus on the real threat, which is not on this ship.
Yes, Commander.
As you wish, Commander.
JAVIK better check himself before he wrecks himself. Last episode, he definitely got into my head a bit about AI, and I read through all of your guys' amazing comments, and it helped put things back into perspective for me. I think that if Gullible was written on the ceiling and someone told me it was, I would look. I'm that type of person, but I'm very easily swayed. I think because I'm good at putting myself in other people's shoes all the time. And it makes it really hard for me to make a very solid decision on big events because I do see both sides. And although I know which one I want to go with, I hear the other side too. And I'm able to see it from the other side as well. Sure, JAVIK has a point that AI can be dangerous, and just like with the Reapers, everything that happened there was awful, and it's still occurring, and they're taking over. But when it came down to like the Geth, for example, they didn't attack the Quarians first. They just started to have feelings, and they started evolving like Edie. And instead of what we did with Edie, give her a voice and not threaten her or try to destroy her, she was able to blossom and grow into what she is now. And the Geth didn't have that choice. They were bombarded, they were attacked, they were killed, and they wanted to just survive. And I'm sure if we went into Edie's control paneling and started ripping out things, she would probably take over the Normandy and murder all of us because she wants to stay alive. Just like if Edie went and started messing with stuff randomly on the ship, we would try to shut her down because we want to survive. It's the same thing. And I know that it's really hard for JAVIK to see because he's used to things 50,000 years ago, but things have changed. And I know that it's not an organic, living, plushy, squishy being, but it doesn't mean that they have any less feelings or they have any less of a soul. So it's hard to have these conversations. It's also very interesting, but it is difficult because while I see JAVIK's side, I have known Edie and I have known Legion, and JAVIK is still very much new on this ship.
I will still keep an eye on the machine, Commander. I am disturbed the ED machine was made to look physically attractive. I suggest your Joker pilot undergo a mental examination.
Okay, that's just like too far. That's too far.
The one advantage machines have over organics is they can win staring contests. It is how we pass time between battles. When everyone has 4 eyes, competitions can last for hours. I would prefer to be alone.
Yeah, I'm sure you would, but I would prefer for you to get out of the AI core and go back to your room, please. I don't trust you in there.
Nothing to report.
Goodness. All right, let's go pop in with Garrus and Liara. See what they're up to. I'm mind blown by that entire debacle that just happened.
Dad, are you there? Come in. Where are you now? Hurt. How bad? Dad, you have to get out of there. Spirits. Please, watch over them. Let me see them again. I'm glad we could help those Quarians. Though, I guess not all of them. It's never 100%, is it? Maybe later.
I hope his dad's okay. That has to be really hard for him to just listen to.
A pleasure to see you.
Hello, Shepard. Hello, Shepard.
Nothing new in here. Oh, I don't know why that conversation just got me so hard. All right, let's go see what Ashley has to say about the blinky flashlights.
Heard about what happened down there, Commander. Got me thinking about the value of a good leader. And how many lives should be sacrificed to protect a truly inspired one. Hope I never have to find out. Nice work down there, Commander. Strafing the enemy from the shuttle, huh? Not bad, Commander. Shepard?
Alright, I'm glad she didn't have anything horrible to say this time. I don't think I would have handled it. I probably would have snapped.
Kenan, have you seen the new poker table up in the lounge? It's going to waste.
Well, I was thinking of inviting to Sony a trainer up for a wee game of strip poker.
Oh, where are you?
You're not going to invite Commander Williams, too?
She seems like a sore loser, and I'm rather attached to my tender bits.
He's got a point. He's definitely got a point.
All good, Commander.
Commander?
Nothing to report, Commander.
That was good. You can definitely see why he wouldn't invite Williams up there, too.
Breaking now, the Exodus cluster under heavy attack. Eden Prime and Terra Nova about to fall. Do we fight for them, or join the Solarians at the Horsehead Nebula? How many worlds can we afford to lose? The full analysis tonight in the battle space. Commander.
I've got to say, I enjoyed that last mission on Rannoch.
Yeah, pit him against a defenseless jamming tower, and Esteban here feels like a big man.
Hey, the Kodiak is a transport, not a fighter. It's for dropping jarheads like you into hot zones. And if you stow the attitude, it might even be for picking you up again. Sounded like quite an ordeal getting that Turian reactor up and running.
Yeah.
I've been through worse.
Well, glad you were able to get some help from Captain Riley's team. Sometimes I forget we aren't all alone in this war.
Yeah.
Is everything okay, Shepard? Ma'am?
Hey,
Nothing to say. I took you to the Quarian homeworld and you have nothing to say. All right, everyone, that's it for today. I'm signing off by the beautiful ships that we have because they look amazing. And I'm normally signing off by the fishbowl, but we've been collecting some new ones. We actually got a couple of like that Geth ship over there and the Quarian flotilla fleet. Don't look at the head. He's not staring at us. I don't think I take enough time to really like appreciate this corner of the ship that often. I just kind of come here, and now that I have that stupid head up here, I just kind of run away. So I'm gonna sign off here from now on because I think it's awesome how far we've gone since Mass Effect 1. And this wall is definitely memories from all the way in back in Mass Effect 1. And we don't appreciate it enough. A lot of things were put into perspective for me today with the Quarian and the Geth and how much the Quarian are kind of messing up. I hate to say it just because I do have a really strong love for Tali, but I'm not gonna let it blind me to the fact that the Admirals are making really poor choices for the Quarians as a whole. I think it's gonna get them in a lot of trouble. It's already gotten them a lot of lives lost, a lot of civilian lives lost, and for what? They're not gaining any real ground. They need help from us. They need aid. They need medicine. They're all dying. And it's awful to watch, especially knowing what we know about the Geth. I am glad and am excited to go on this next journey with Legion because he's going to try to shut down some of the bad Geth that have the old machine minds, that are trying to destroy the Quarians, and that are now indoctrinated by the Reapers because they didn't have another choice. And I'm excited to kind of get onto that side of the playing field versus the Quarian side of the playing field, which is just, it feels like I'm suffocating. I hate to say it, but if it does come down to a moment where we have to choose between Legion or the Quarians, I feel like I'm gonna choose Legion and I'm gonna stick by his side. And I say that now, things might change, they always do. But right now it's really hard to look at the Quarians with any sort of admirability or that they're making good decisions. And I know that they're stuck in ways that have gone on for a really long time now. They have to look at Legion's side. They have to look at Geth like Legion. They have to look at AI like EDI and realize that they're fighting a war that they don't need to be fighting. I think we've gotten to that point now where they need to take a step back and look at what's been going on. The Geth have had many, many years to come attack them, but they don't want to destroy their makers either. They have a respect for who created them. They always will. That's why they're keeping up the home world. Why else would they keep up the crops and everything else that they're doing to keep the home world as it was, statues even, if they didn't have a certain respect and admiration for who created them to begin with? So it's really hard to see this go down this way. I think that watching that civilian die the way that he did also was very upsetting. I'm nervous about how this will all play out, but I'm also excited because I know that we have Legion on our team and I'm ready to get into this next mission on Rannoch and shut down some of the Geth that are indoctrinated by the Reapers, see what happens from there. But overall, I am still loving being in the Quarian Geth timeline again, and I think that aside from the genophage and everything else, this is one of the topics that I really like to ponder and think about, and I'm just really glad to be back in this storyline because it's very juicy, it's very interesting. I am nervous to see where it's gonna head. I'm also really excited. So thank you guys for joining me today, and I will see you all on the next one. Bye, everyone.